Justin Fields, Caleb Williams. What should the Bears do? A lot of Bears fans are torn in between the two. Should they keep Justin Fields or should they draft Caleb Williams? Honestly, me personally, I feel like they could go right with any way. But I just don't like the disservice that they did to Justin Fields. And we're bashing him trying to put Caleb Williams up. When two things can be true. Justin Fields can be the future of the Chicago Bears. Or Caleb Williams can be the future of the Chicago Bears. Vice versa. Vice versa. But we don't have to put one down to uplift the other one. Let's just think about it. So we're in a dilemma. This all started back 3 years ago where Ryan Pace drafted Justin Fields. Brilliant move by Ryan Pace. But it ultimately put Justin Fields in a bind, which Matt Nagy gets fired his first year as Justin Fields head. We already started off bad. Okay, and then let's just think about why his first year is even irrelevant to his development, because for the simple fact is, it was just a wasted year. Because it was well documented, and Darnell Mooney and Justin Fields said it themselves, that in order for them to even get any type of throws or Justin Fields to throw to any of the starting receivers, which he really didn't have in the offseason, was they had to stay after practice. And the only ones that really did that were Cole Kmet and one Darnell Mooney. He didn't really get to throw to Allen Robinson his first year in the preseason. He didn't really get to experience none of the weapons that he would have eventually to work with, because Matt Nagy's plan was ultimately to shelf him. And in my opinion, I kind of, looking back on it, I kind of think that probably was the right thing to do, looking at now the Jordan Love and how Patrick Mahomes was brought along. Say what you want. Yeah, he wasn't the best play caller, but I feel like developmental-wise, he was going to have Justin on a better path to being developed into a proper NFL quarterback. He was going to shelf him and let him learn behind the offense and understand the offense better. And then, you know what I'm saying, bring him along. I mean, yeah. But us being the Chicago Bears fan, and we so thirsty because we never had a quarterback of this caliber. No, throw him in, let him learn in the fire. Let him learn in the fire. That wasn't the right thing to do. But look, we all got our wish, and man, did it bite us. So first year it was a waste. He was supposed to get shelved. He didn't practice. He didn't practice with any of the starting receivers during the offseason. Only reason he had rapport with Darnell Mooney is because Darnell Mooney stayed late after practice and after practice workouts with Justin Fields just to get some type of rapport, just in case Justin Fields was to get in. Allen Robinson didn't do it. None of the other receivers did it. So he already starting off. He doesn't know really too much of the offense because he's not running the offense. He basically running the scout team. So first year is really a waste for Justin Fields. Okay, second year, coaching change, regime change. Okay, now let's get into it. Now that's the meat and potatoes. Yeah. But wait, why is his first year and his new regime, they decide to break up everything that they already had, which wasn't even a lot. In his second year, they decided to do a rebuild. So naturally, losses are going to come from that. But it's going to negatively affect Justin Fields' record, that they try to use. It negatively affects Justin Fields' record they use against him in all these arguments that we see today. Oh, he's 10-27, or he's this, that, and third. Okay, I understand that, but you're not taking in accountability of what actually took place. First year was a waste. He learned the offense the week of. He didn't properly have a real offseason his first year. So he was a rookie quarterback coming in with an improper offseason and not being no rapport with receivers and basically got new offense or learning the offense that he's going to run the week of. It's not a successful recipe for cooking a quarterback. Second year, they come in, they destroy the defense. It is what it is, bro. That's what happened. It's not me saying anything. That's just the facts. They came in and Ryan Poles destroyed the defense. Got rid of Khalil Mack, Robert Quinn, Roquan Smith. Got rid of the defense. Now there really is no offense because Allen Robinson's gone too. Darnell Mooney's there. Okay, now Darnell Mooney's elevated. Let's see. He just had a career year as a number 2. Let's see if he can go into a number 1 role. It's not a number 1. It's not number 1. No one in the world thinks Darnell Mooney is a number 1. He's a good complementary piece, but he's just a piece. He's not the guy. He's a good guy. He's not the guy. And that's no knock on him because a lot of people in the NFL are good guys. They're great pieces. They're great sidekicks. Everybody needs a Robin. Darnell Mooney can be a Robin. That's the only receiver you got. Cole Kmet is still unproven. He's still not the Cole Kmet that we see today. But he's developing. He's learning. You know what I'm saying? Got a young Cole Kmet, young Darnell Mooney. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this goes. It doesn't go that good. For the simple fact is, why? Coaching. You have a first-year offensive coordinator, a first-year head coach, a first-year defensive coordinator. I think he's a first-year, or he's an assistant defensive coordinator. Right now, there's no good ingredients for this cake. The defense is gone. There's no weapons on offense. Right now, this is a bad team. 2022 to 2023 season, the Chicago Bears were a bad team. It was comprised of rookies, expiring deals, 1-year prover contracts. It wasn't a good fit. It wasn't a good team last year. But Justin Feilds somehow managed to keep them in a lot of games. But we fought him for that. Luke Getsy was not the answer. He was a question that we did not have an answer to, but he was not any type of answer. Yes, he comes from the Shanahan tree. He learned under Matt LaFleur, but he's no Matt LaFleur. He's no Matt LaFleur. He doesn't know how to develop a quarterback because he never had an opportunity to. Yes, we hired him off the strength of him being Aaron Rodgers' best friend. Because Aaron Rodgers vouched for him. That's ultimately what the best thing we had to hang our hats on. Honestly. So, second year, so that's the first year. He runs an offense that's completely opposite of Justin Fields' strength for the first 6 games of last year. And Justin Fields looked like a bust. Who would have knew? You tailor your offense to what you do and not what the quarterback does best. That's not good ingredients for this cake. What happens after week 6 of last year? They let Justin loose. They tailored the offense to Justin Fields' strength, and guess what? They let him run more. They let him do more off-script plays. They let him be more free in the offense, and guess what? Justin Fields has a good rest of the season. But we still lose games because the team is just off. The team offensively and defensively is just not good. The weapons are not good. The offensive line is atrocious. The defensive line is atrocious. DBs are rookies. No linebackers. Morrow was not a starting linebacker. Sanborn was a rookie. Although he did play good, the team was not good. It just was not a good team last year. It just was not a good team. But he kept us in games, and for a whole month in the NFL, Justin Fields averaged 30 points a game. It doesn't matter if you're running it in or you are throwing the ball into the end zone. He crossed the line of scrimmage, he crossed the line to gain, and he scored the football. Justin Fields did that. You cannot take that away. It's not the prettiest stats because look who he's throwing to. Equinemius St. Brown, he was a 4th-string receiver for the Green Bay Packers. Byron Pringle, he was a 3rd to before. He also was hurt most of the season, so he didn't even really get to play with him. Then Dante Pettis, he was a practice wide receiver. That's 3 out of the 4 weapons. Darnell Mooney, he was like say good number 2. We thought he could be number 1. It did not pan out that way. Then you got Cole Kmet. So 3 out of the 5 receivers that you have, they're not good weapons. Okay, N'Keal Harry basically got kicked off of the Patriots team because he wasn't good. Boom. Now the trade deadline happens. Big trade, number 32 overall pick for who? Chase Claypool, you got it. Let's go. Let's see. Now we have another weapon. Now we have a big body receiver, fast, strong. All the tools to be the number 1 receiver in the NFL. But what happens? Nothing. We get nothing out of it. Bad trade. Why? Because something is, I don't know what it was, but something is not clicking with Chase Claypool. It's just something that's not clicking in the NFL to where his talent should match his production. Something is not clicking. Oh, it's Justin Feilds' fault. No, it happened last year when he played for the Steelers. And then this year, you see he's not even on the NFL active roster. He went to the Dolphins and doesn't even play. So it was not Justin Feilds' fault. So, okay, that doesn't pan out. Then we get the first overall pick. Justin Feilds is not the answer. Justin Feilds is not this, he's not that, he's not this. Granted, I hate when people say he's not this. Justin Feilds doesn't play on time. He's not a good pocket passer. He's not this, he's not that. When time after time again, we see he has no time in the pocket. And he doesn't have any time in the pocket, then why does he have the ball hold on the long? It's because he's scrambling. He's scrambling. That's why. He's scrambling because he's running for his life. I'm sorry. It's the difference between holding the ball and running for your life with the ball in your hands because no one's open. You telling me that he's not playing on time when nobody is open on time. It was Darnell Mooney or bust. Nobody played on time last year, but you fought him for not playing on time when they were the worst team in separation last year. No one was open. So you telling him to play on time when nobody's playing on time. If you go to your job right now on time and the owner is not there to open the door on time, who's no work getting done anyway. There's no work getting done anyway. You go to work on time and your boss comes in late with the keys. You still got no work done in that time frame. So you cannot tell me that Justin Feilds should play on time and nobody else has to. But being a good worker, aka Justin Feilds, you see that nobody else is playing on time, you improvise and you take another route, aka using your legs, and you're using your legs, so you scramble and you do it yourself. Justin Feilds is Mr. Do It himself because he has to. He has to and he had to. So that's just that. Right on time, Darnell Mooney gets hurt. So he has no weapons. Velus Jones can't track a football. Velus Jones lost his 2 games by himself last year. I'm just sorry. It is what it is. We lost games off of muff punts last year because of Velus Jones. But it's Justin Feilds' fault. You're putting every narrative that you can find and configure it to negatively bash him, and it's not right. You got a bad OC. He neglected you for the first 6 games. And now he's taking credit for Chicago Bears had the number 1 rushing offense, but he's taking credit for 1,100 yards of scrambling. That's not his. He does not get those. That is not hit. Those scramble yards should. If you take the scramble yards away from that, the Chicago Bears does not have a top 10 rush offense. The Chicago Bears get the number 1 draft pick in the 2023 draft. We deserve it. Why? Bad offensive line, bad offensive receiving weapons, bad OC, bad defense, and a bad defensive coordinator. So a bad team overall, but we just blame Justin Feilds for all the shortcomings that was the Chicago Bears. No, it's not how this should work. Should they get Bryce Young? Should they get CJ Stroud? Everyone said get Bryce Young. But no, our brand posts have a different idea. And that idea is trade it, get assets, and build the team. Because it's not the quarterback fault that the team is bad. So what do? Go get a bona fide number one receiver, move Darnell to number two, and build around a little bit the defense, because we still haven't built around Justin Fields for real. We get a right tackle, a good right tackle, probably a future Hall of Fame type caliber right tackle. We go get Nate Davis, a B tier, this top C tier, I would say a C tier offensive right guard. And that's all we did, but they built it around Justin Fields. No, it's not really. Offensive line is still bad. Not bad. No, I could say about a B minus, about a C plus, B minus. What happened this year? The offensive coordinator his way out of Chicago. That's what happened in the beginning of the season. He calls plays that's for his scheme and not Justin. And Justin Fields plays bad. But the Broncos game, turning point. You see the potential of Justin Fields. Justin Fields scores 30-something, 32 points, and we still lose the game. Now you see how bad the coaches are, because we were up 27-14, 11 minutes to go in the fourth. You see how bad the coaching was. The first Detroit game, the Broncos game, well, shoot, just them two games, you'd be in the playoffs. In just them two games, you were in front of Green Bay. If you don't blow those two games, this is an entirely different story. Entirely different story. So, boom. Justin Fields did not earn the number one pick in the 2024 draft. Let's just start there. Justin Fields didn't earn that. Bryce Young did. The one y'all tried to trade Justin Fields for. Ain't that ironic? Oh, we're looking at CJ Stroud. No, that's not who the consistent number one overall pick was. It was Bryce Young. It was Bryce Young. And everybody wants to sit here and say, look at CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud was not the consistent number one overall pick. He was not. CJ Stroud was not Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams was Bryce Young. Bryce Young was Caleb Williams. So we cannot overall just sit here and say, oh, let's look at what CJ Stroud is doing. Because he was not going to go number one overall last year, because that's not what happened. We got to look pick for pick. What pick did we trade and what pick did they get? They got the number one overall pick and they chose Bryce Young. So we have to look at Bryce Young versus Justin Fields, not CJ Stroud, because CJ Stroud was not the pick that the Bears gave up for him. Gotcha. But look, and then let's see. Bryce Young was amazing in college. He comes to NFL and look, the team is better around him. And guess what happened? He wins 2 games. Coaching is bad. Offensive line is bad. Receiving weapons is bad. Defense is bad. It's just bad. So guess what? Bryce Young looks bad. He was a generational talent last year. He was the one that everybody said he's the consistent number one overall pick. This, that, and the third. Only thing is he's small. It wasn't his size. It wasn't his size that lost the games. He was the team. So let's look at this. DJ Moore comes to Chicago Bears and have a career year. Who would have knew that Justin Fields can have a number one receiver and he can have a career year? So, what does that tell you? It's not him. The defensive coordinator was so bad that they had to fire and make a change mid-season. or is Justin Fields' fault? Like you guys are just saying anything to downgrade Justin Fields, but it's not him. Don't get me wrong. If we get Caleb Williams, I'm not going to be, oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world. But I'm just going to be like, bro, okay, we did it. Justin Fields a disservice. That's what happened. We did him a disservice. We did not put him in the best situation to win. And then now he starts to win. We still, okay, we will reward him by getting rid of him. This is not his pick. This is not Justin Fields' #1 overall pick. He did not deserve this. He got it to #9 pick. He went from first year, and then for the second year, he's up 4 games. And 2 games where the coaching staff blundered. If he wins those 2 games, that's 9 wins. He goes from up 4 to up 6 wins in 1 year. With 1 offensive weapon added. This is beyond me. What should the Chicago Bears do this year? Honestly, what I say, we should trade, get as many assets as we could, but also stay up front where we can get a truly generational talent. If we got a chance to get a young Julio Jones, a young Devontae Adams, a young Randy Moss, bro, that's who we go get. Harrison Jr. Go get him. Then you can move Tyler Scott to the 3 or 4. Go get a nice slot corner in a fourth round, or late second. If you got, you know what I'm saying? If you can muster up some picks, go get a center. We need a center, draft or free agent. Go get it. I prefer a free agent center, a top free agent center. Just go get a top free agent center. And we need a running back. We need a running back. We don't need Roschon Johnson. He's a good back. He's a good backing block, but he's not a good running back. Bijan Robinson. We need a Bijan Robinson, not a Roschon Johnson right now. That's what we need right now. We need a Roschon Johnson and a Bijan Robinson to, you know what I'm saying, mix it up. But we need to go get a Bijan Robinson type back, a Jahmyr Gibbs type back, game changing back. You know what I'm saying, Christian McCaffrey type back. Go get Saquon Barkley and see what happens. So that's what I think the Chicago Bears should do. Let me know how y'all feel, and if I got any valid points or you feel like any of my points is wrong, just let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and honestly, you can come and you can talk to me on anytime. I'm gonna start doing live podcasts, and anytime I'm on, just let me know. Come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Come talk to me. We could talk about this. We could talk about the Bulls, anything. But right now, let's talk about that. In my next video, I'm gonna express my feelings about Caleb Williams a little bit more. So tune in for that. All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a good day.